Welcome to the Property Regeneration Podcast. In this podcast, we discuss innovative products and services that meet either local, social, technological, environmental, political, and legal needs within the construction industry or property market. Introducing your host, a property developer and investor, Rachel Gross.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Property Regeneration Show. Today we're continuing our discussion with Jason Ruddle at Letsbuild on two key apps that enhance communication within a project team and quality of building work on site. Does BIM help to enhance the performance of the app, do you find, or?
Well, for ourselves, we're just about to actually launch a BIM module part of the Letsbuild.
Okay.
So again, if you look at our focus on site, the detail of models is immense. So we find that people aren't using model data on site, but they still want to link it back to the BIM model.
Yeah.
So our quality checks will be are actually linked to BIM objects. So if somebody flags up an issue, with a door or window, that object will be part of the model. So whatever comment is applied, then you'll see that data within the actual model itself, the federated model.
And the BIM objects, are these costed somehow on the app, and does that link to the quantity surveyor?
We don't handle any of the costing. So
Okay.
if you look at the BIM process, so effectively you will have many different disciplines feeding into a federated model.
Correct,
so you'll have the structural model, you'll have the M&E model, so you have a federated model.
Yeah.
The actual costings aspect again would have been dealt with through the client, through the quantity surveyor.
Yeah.
So all we're doing is actually we're using that model and actually connecting basically site checks to that model data.
Okay, so it's more like a reporting type of software that enables you to know the progress of the build over the duration of the project.
That's correct.
Construction
Yes.
side of the project.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
And on that note, so if you if you add in information against the object, then that becomes effectively legacy information, or an audit trail. So once the build is complete, then that locks that information in forever.
Yeah, and I guess it's like we were saying when we met last time, it's a case of tangible information, lessons learned in a sense, whereas traditionally you wait until a project's finished to see what lessons you've learned. But this, you have like an audit trail of what's going wrong or right with the project, and you can easily share that with your other colleagues.
Absolutely, and what we say is people look at apps today and see the value of them, but if you look actually behind the scenes, it's about the data.
Yeah.
What you can do with that data, how you can actually build better projects, deliver basically the right team to the right site. So
Okay, and the last time we were speaking, I asked you the question of examples of where this app has been successfully used. Would you like to run over that?
Yep. So I'll pick out possibly in different territories. So first of all, so here in the UK, a major contractor, so a tier one contractor, and I'll pick out their infrastructure side where they were working on rail possessions, and for their let's say weekend track possession. So they're taking possession of a track over the weekend, and their way of communicating would have been through WhatsApp, email, texting, and gathering data for the actual project handing back over on a Sunday night. Will be taking photographs and manually writing notes of how it's gone on. So multitude of tools. So what we did, we actually deployed the Geniebelt part of that Letsbuild, which is the real-time communication back into the project schedule.
Yep.
So we basically got their team up and running within a 24-hour period. They basically went live that weekend, and basically one of the key aspects is because it's self-intuitive. We didn't have to spend much time at all training the site people.
Yep.
And one of the most important factors gained, certainly for the project director who's managing that project.
Yep.
At all times over the weekend, he will be informed of basically what's going on. Just by looking at his basically the mobile information. But probably the critical thing, which certainly nailed it for them, was on a Monday morning they'd always have to report back to the client with a complete report. So try and actually extract that data from multiple sources. Previously was taken many hours to do that. With the Letsbuild Geniebelt side, then it's basically just running a report, and that's basically being provided within a couple of minutes. So a huge time saving on that side. So that's one good example of a tier 1 contractor. Overseas, so out of our Danish operation, we have a very large house builder who were looking for a system to actually become their operating system in their business. For the last 2 years, they've actually embedded the application into their business, which now allows again them as a business not only to actually manage the day-to-day build process of their their housing units, but it's actually helped them reduce the build time, because they've got that information to hand. They start to actually pass on data and also the access to the application into the supply chain. So their material suppliers use the app in order to actually know when to actually deliver the materials on site.
Okay.
So a large contractor, basically a house builder, and then if you then look at, again, I'm going to say let's pick out France. Bouygues Immobilizer is basically part of the Bouygues group, but on the residential side. So they use the quality basically application. So they're basically just creating quality checks against all the residential builds. So that's now basically expanded out within all of their residential build, and they're building over 10,000 units a year. So the quality aspect of that side is very, very important. They need to make sure that at all times once they've handed over to the client, that everything is as it should be, and they then have that information to prove that the checks have been done.
Thank you for that. So I'm curious now, because you mentioned the France case study, housing developer. Are there any developers in the UK that are currently using the app?
Yes.
If so, how much have they benefited from bringing the app on board in terms of time saving, cost saving, and also ensuring they deliver a holistic quality project?
So as I said at the beginning, we do focus across effectively all parts of the construction sector, whether it's house builders, contractors, supply chain. So we have a number of house builders using the application today. There's one medium sized house builder. So we've got many, but medium sized house builder, very high level 5-star executive home builder. So they had no systems in place to actually manage from office to site communication with the actual project schedule. So they bought into again the Geniebelt side of Letsbuild, where they wanted to actually have control of basically the site build process. And if you look at their build program, their sites can range from anything from 2 to 3 units to 10 to 15 units. So not huge scale, but the need to actually run quality checks, to actually manage information. So if you look at what they've gained, basically they've reduced their communication channels, because they would have been taking photographs on individual phones, they will be emailing, they will be using spreadsheets, so again multiple source. And with one application, they know that they can have that real-time data straight away. So time savings, I'd say from their side, they would possibly state that they've saved at least 10% of resource time. In basically just having data available. So as we always say, it's always best to look forward and actually be proactive into reducing any delays which may occur. rather than actually looking back over your shoulder and always questioning how that happened, why that happened, what.
Yes.
UK is a building platform for certainly growth within house builders, property development, and large scale build programs.
And would you say that 10% would also apply to the time saving they've managed to achieve, as well as the quality?
I'd say that's across. Certainly about on the resource. I'd say 10% saving would be on resource time, because there's less. Questioning going on about what's been delivered, because everybody has that information at their fingertips.
Okay.
Without having to pick up the phone, without having to send an email.
Yeah. And housing associations, any that have picked up on this app? Because having worked for a housing association myself, I'm seeing this as a massive game changer tool for them to help speed up and ensure that deliver quality housings to meet the government's target.
Yep, we're currently working with a number of housing associations, and it's early days for us because again, there's huge build programs for housing associations. There's no question that that's a rapidly growing part of the sector. There's 3 or 4 which we've been in discussions for some time. They again see value of what we bring to the table. Over time, I'd like to say yes, we will have many housing associations using the Letsbuild app. Okay,
brilliant. And feedback-wise, what feedback have you had from project teams on the use of the app? Specifically Clerk of Works, as we touched on previously. What a massive tool this will be for them to help them play out their role. How they fed back.
One of the key things, again, we say it all the time, is about the transparency of the information. There's no blame culture, because what goes in effectively is locked into the actual project. So having that information always to hand. And having that, whether it's on a tablet, whether it's a mobile phone, or even access off your laptop or PC, and being able to look back at legacy audit trail, it's a huge difference it's making for the site individuals.
Okay, I want to throw in 2 more questions to go, but just one particular one that's playing on my mind. Trello, do you know Trello?
Yeah, Trello boards, yes.
It's used quite well in the industry at present, and it's quite popular, especially with smaller companies. How does Trello compare to the app offered by Letsbuild?
Trello, is, okay, we look at, so we do connect into Trello. So we do have customers who use the Letsbuild app, but also link into Trello boards.
Brilliant.
And that's an important factor possibly underlying is we don't have the answers to everything. So it's important that organisations understand that with our API that they can connect into third-party applications. To me, let's say a Trello board is a visual aspect. Seeing, I always used to call them T cards. Basically just seeing more detail associated with your week ahead, or even just your day ahead, in a visual aspect rather than actually a Gantt is it's, I'd say, it's not pleasing to the eye is wrong, but it's visually easier to actually see information onto something like a Trello board.
Okay, and what other third-party apps are easily synced with the app offered by Letsbuild, just so the wider audience can
we find, with a young business as we are, an API which is easy to connect. So we say nothing's impossible.
Okay.
So we have basic links into ERP systems, basic Office 365 integrations, and there's a tool called, or a connection aspect called Zapier. So Zapier is a common interface where if your application works with within Zapier, then the application will be able to then connect into many tools like Google Docs, Sheets, or So you tend to find that working with other third-party applications becomes very easy when you've actually got a young tech business like ourselves.
Okay.
And yeah, as I say, yeah, businesses are very focused on CRM. So we're connected into CRM systems like Microsoft Dynamics. So as I say, yeah, it's a matter of just understanding when you actually look into third-party applications. It's quite easy for a salesperson to say yes, we can do it, but it's all about knowing the details. What are the requirements? So it's important right from the beginning to set their sights on what do they want. Everybody wants the Holy Grail. But you've got to look at a stepped approach into integrations.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you. Is there anything else you'd like to make known to the audience out there about Letsbuild? Other aspects of the business that they can research about and where they can find what Letsbuild in the spectrum of social media, your website, blogs and such?
Well, certainly, yeah. So Letsbuild, as we're evolving, we've got a great new website which is being launched in September. So we have 3 websites today. You can still go to the Geniebelt website, you can go to the Aproplan website, and then Letsbuild. But we're great at blogging. So our marketing team, basically do a huge amount of work to actually get the messaging out. And we've managed to actually, through hard work and determination, become one of the top 10 construction bloggers, around the world. So that's a very, very strong position. And
which
as
I can vouch for.
You're very much part of on our blogging channel. But it's not, just on social media. If I look at our executive teams, we as a business are driven very hard by our exec team, and they don't come from the construction sector. And a good example of that is our CEO, an individual called Klaus Neingart. Klaus was the CEO of Just Eat, the food app chain. Again, an individual who took a product, a brand from and built it actually from zero up to a global success. So he basically, formulated one of the businesses, and is, again, one of the key drives behind Letsbuild today. Non-construction background, but great entrepreneurial, basically mind focus, and just somebody who is always driven on success.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much. Much appreciated. I'm sure the audience will enjoy looking into these apps and using them. I, for one, definitely will be, and I'll be getting the word out there. Okay.
Just go and visit letsbuild.com, and then you can go and trial it, look at videos. Look forward to hearing more.
Brilliant. Thanks very much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to the Property Regeneration Podcast. You can follow us on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram and Pinterest, and contact us on contact@propertyregeneration.co.uk for more content and to have your questions answered. Until next time, adopt innovations to accommodate the growing population.